You can come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze and allow your body to settle back into the support underneath you. Slow down your breath. And each time you exhale, it can be an opportunity to let go more. You can let your eyes open, and we'll begin by sliding arms overhead, stretching out long like a big full body yawn, reaching through your fingers and toes. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms and flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your legs. You're working with your body, doesn't have to be any straighter than you can. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle, a couple big circles in both directions. And then bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right and straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Grounding down through the back of the left leg. Using just the right amount of effort. So keep seeing what is there to release. Even in an active pose, there might be some unnecessary holding that you can let go of. And then bend your knee and bring it all the way across. Spinal twist. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal and your right arm on a high diagonal, so the fingers and toes are reaching away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close. And then straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times, both directions. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten whatever amount you're able. Each pose is simply a direction we're going towards in order to meet our own edges. It shouldn't look or feel any different than it does for you. Let's release, bend the left knee, and bring it across. Spinal twist. First with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock, evening out your torso. And then let's drop the feet to the floor. We'll get set up for some core work. Start by engaging your core. Just pressing the lower back down, drawing the belly in. Keep that happening. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift, head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take one more like this. And then release down. Send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take one more. And then release and switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take one more. And then switch again. Right leg high. This time take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. Can you keep your face relaxed, your breath steady while you're doing this? Take one more. And then switch. Last set. Left leg high, right arm across. One more. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in. Another little circle or rock. And then make your way up to sitting. And let's come all the way forward into a high push-up position. So we'll set the hands right under your shoulders. Try and bring your whole body into a straight long line. So your thighs are lifting, belly is lifting, chest is lifting, so that everything is in a straight long line. And then shift your weight forward as you lower down, bending the elbows straight back. Let's come into either cobra or up dog. So this could be as low or high as feels right for you. Wherever you are, elbows are in, shoulders are down. Nice long neck. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. And take your time getting into this first down dog. You might bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up your calves and hamstrings. And you can go back and forth a few times. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, you're welcome to have the heels up or down, your knees bent or straight. So finding how does this work best for you now. And then drop the knees. Let's sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor, resting child's pose. And even in your rest, keeping the breath slow and deep. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table and come back to downward facing dog. From down dog, take your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Now, if this would work better for you from hands and knees, feel free to drop the left knee to the floor and do this from tabletop. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then take a big step forward. High lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing when you're ready. Arms sweep high. Let's sink hips low. Deep bend in the right leg, straight long back leg. Lifting up through the front, dropping down through the back. And then open out to warrior two. We'll drop the back heel to the floor on the inside. Arms reaching long, straight long spine. Check that your right foot and knee point straight to the front of your mat. And then flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Right arm high, left hand back. Let's straighten the front leg for triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block, or the floor. Try and go towards a straight long line from one arm to the other, towards a long spine. Last breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. So you might just step back to down dog, or you could take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog, or cobra to down dog. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. And then take a big step forward, high lunge. If your foot doesn't make it far enough forward, you could pick it up and bring it there, or shimmy the back foot back. Going towards length and space, but continually letting go what's not needed. Could there be even more ease? Last breath here. And then release, open out, warrior two, shifting hips and arms to the side. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Let's straighten the front leg, triangle, reach out to come down. Your breath be slow and deep while you're doing this. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog. Again, through any movement transition, just feel what you are doing. And then we'll take 5 deep breaths in down dog, or come back down to child's pose or sitting or any other neutral shape. One more deep breath here. Let's make our way to hands and knees, tabletop. And we'll take a twist, thread the needle. So from hands and knees, take the left arm up, and then curl from fingertips down, thread it right behind your right wrist, and keep going until you come down onto your shoulder and side of your head. You can push your right hand into the floor or into your bottom forearm to open up through the top shoulder. There are lots of other variations of this, so if you'd prefer, you could take the top arm up or around behind your back. Feel free to experiment and find what works best for you. And then make your way back up to neutral, back to table. Take a couple of rolls through your spine. Arching and curving on your own time. And then we'll come back to neutral. Same thing other side. So right arm lifts up. Curl from fingertips down. Thread it right behind your your left wrist. Keep going until you come onto your shoulder and side of your head. And then push into your left hand, into the floor or your bottom forearm, or take it up behind your back, whatever you did on the first side. And then release, unwind, come back to neutral, back to table. Couple rolls through the spine, arching and curving. You can come back through down dog if you like. And let's make our way to sitting, and then all the way back onto your back. Bring your knees in. Take a circle or rock, evening things out. And then drop your feet to the floor, and we'll get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge. Set your feet right under your knees, hip width apart, parallel. And then you're going to push your feet into the floor to lift the hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. You can kind of rock side to side to shrug your shoulders underneath you. Spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. And then take your arms out of your way, roll down and rest with back flat, couple moments, feeling the ease after the effort. Let's come up again. Same thing or any other back bend. So if there's another one you know or want to try, you're welcome to do that instead. Otherwise, same thing. And stay as long or short as you like. So you could just come up for one breath and come right back down, or you might try an even longer hold. Feel what you are doing. Whenever the pose is done, come down and rest. And then let's take Happy Baby as a counter stretch. So you can grab the soles of the feet on the inside and press your knees towards the floor. And this could be done in stillness or with a little rocking. You can keep your legs bent or try straightening them part way or all the way, one at a time or together. And then bring your knees back in. You can drop both knees over to the left. Open out through the right arm, gentle twist. And then over to the other side. Come back to center and just check in with your body. Is there anything else that's needed for you to feel complete in your practice? Any last pose, any last stretch, anything you could do to be more comfortable as you come into your final resting pose? So feel free to take a little time to wind things down if you need to, or adjust your clothing or grab any props. Eventually settling into stillness. And even if we just spend a few moments taking that time to close the practice with stillness can be so useful. We've just spent time moving energy around, working with physical and mental habits and patterns. And so just taking a few moments in stillness lets that soak in. And when we set up Shavasana, it may result in a very deep, peaceful experience. I hope sometimes you have that experience. And sometimes for whatever reason, there's still agitation or unrest, and that's okay too. Part of having a practice is you just show up and you do your practice, and results vary over time. For right now, it doesn't have to be any different than it is. can slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and move your wrists and ankles. And take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. Bring your knees in and roll to one side. Pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.